My name is LokeshPurohit, and today I'm going to be talking about digital India and UPI revolution. Imagine going to a chai tapri and having a tea of around 10 rupees. Now you don't have a cash on you, you don't have a wallet because it's cumbersome to carry. What you do? You just take out your phone, scan the UPI code that a particular vendor has, and pay him instantly. Money is exchanged, but no physical money has changed hands. This is the UPI. In UPI, as we say, the Unified Payment Interface is a real-time payment system that was introduced by NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, in 2016. The best part of it is that we don't need any bank details. Basically, when we used to transfer the money from one person to another, we need a bank detail of the receiver. But we don't need that in case of UPI. We just need the UPI transaction ID or maybe the UPI ID of that particular person, QR code if that's not available. So the speed at which UPI has taken over India is unimaginable. It seems the talk of yesterday when people were saying that taking India in the umbrella of UPI or maybe digital transaction is not possible as internet availability is not there. People are not able to use handheld device like mobile phone, the smartphones in particular. So there were many challenges that were present in the name of in the words of Mr. P. Chidambaram. It's impossible to digitalize the whole transaction ecosystem of India. But it happened. It happened gradually, as it say, it happens gradually first, then suddenly. So there are many factors that affected it. Maybe the internet, ease of availability of internet due to Geo going from 3G to 4G spectrum, and then other telecom giants like uh, Airtel and Vodafone Idea, which was previously Vodafone and Idea separate. VI now have taken the baton in their hand, and we are having a very affordable internet in today's era. And with the increase in technology, the price of smartphones have come down drastically. So as we say, there are used to be three pillar of any human need, that was roti kapda makan, but now internet and mobile phone is one of them. So with that change, every individual is able to do digital transactions. So there were many apps that were introduced, starting with Paytm being the pioneer, then Phone Pay, Google Pay, and etc. So how this affect and what's the importance in the Indian economy when we say digital India? Number one is financial inclusion. As we see, Indian ecosystem was very scattered in very different part of India, where people were used to do physical transaction in cash accounts only, and these accounts were never accounted for. A particular vendor collecting around 10,000 rupees a day, if not a day, if 30,000 a month, whatever the number is, it's not been accounted because there was no tax invoice for that. There was no tracking of that particular currency moving around this ecosystem. So by introducing UPI, introducing financial, we made the ecosystem come under the financial inclusion project. Even small vendors and rural users can now accept digital payments. Again, there is a transparency of digital payments because payments have a particular set of transactions ID that we can track around. So the black money have, and the compliance have increased drastically because we know that who is receiving what sum of money and what sum of money is being sent by one person to another. Then there is the ease of business. As the payment are faster, the lending business, as we say, or maybe the speed at which the money exchange hands is now increased dramatically. There is a boost to digital economy, and in simple way we can say UPI has made the world more formal, transparent, and efficient. The global impact, as we see this in the case of Singapore, UAE, and France, they are now increasingly accepting the UPI payment gateway. There was a recent article says that we have a UPI code on the top of Eiffel Tower for sightseeing. So that's something that the world is now accepting, and India being a pioneer in that is having a huge advantage when says of saying the sharing the digital technology and digital landscape. There are some challenges that comes with UPI. One being cyber security risk. Indian internet access in rural areas, and digital literacy. Now, tackling one by one, internet access is now being increased. And as far as digital literacy goes, the new generation, the younger generation, the millennium and the Gen Alpha and Gen Z that are going to be taking to be the new youth of this country, and then again being the total population of the country. The digital literacy case of what we say a challenge of digital literacy will reduce further. The cyber security risk is increasing day by day, but as the vigilance is becoming more and more fruitile and more effective, we can say that digital what we say, pardon me, the cyber security risk will further reduce. Now the conclusion, as we say that as the economy grows, when India become the in for future increase the number of GDP and the total GDP, digital currency will be a backbone of today's economy. So to secure a digital currency wallet, a particular case in which every individual is very confident in using digital payment method, which is the case today, but there are some kind of concerns when there are the case of cybersecurity and cyberbullying. So going forward, those needs to be tackled, and we are in a good path to be a more digitally free and digitally dependent country. Thank you.